Hi, welcome to this reflective video for advanced modelling in Engine. Now first, before I started this assignment, there was a choice between a mechanical or organic or a bit of both for the dinosaur. I chose to go with the organic dinosaur with no mechanical parts. Now, before I started the assignment, I had to choose which one, and by using this website I could look through the various dinosaurs and choose one, but in the end I went with the most famous dinosaur due to Jurassic Park, which is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Now after I chose the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I then had to look at its skeleton in order to gauge its physical attributes. As you can see with the skeleton, it shows much that it has a massive head for clamping down on prey and massive hips to support its weight, which will have to be taken account for sculpting and also cat rigging. Then I had to choose whether to incorporate realistic or fantasy roles. Now the fantasy roles, like this Turok 2 dinosaur, I opted out for and went more with like this T-Rex here, but to incorporate a few different different textures and scales and forms from the King Kong dinosaur. After I decided all this, I then had to look at other artists to see how they achieve similar stuff. Like this ZBrush tutorial from BBC, BBC Planet Dinosaur, which shows how to model and different techniques, and by comparing them with Chris Kelly's Dinosaur Revolution and various YouTube tutorials, it'll enable me to gain a broad perspective of what techniques to use and how to incorporate them into my model. Now after looking through all these videos, I learned to create a very good base mesh in order for the sculpts to be a lot more accurate and to give me extra time. And in the end I came up with this sculpt by using techniques such as alpha planes to make the scales like on its back, which was learned from BBC, the Stafford Uni website and other sources. Then by using clay tubes and smoothing and a few other brushes, it enabled me to create these skin flaps, the knee creases, the scales on the legs, the scales around the face, which enabled me to create a very realistic sculpt. But with any sculpt, it can be improved. Like for this T-Rex here, for my sculpt, the scales could have had a bit more depth in them to show up better on the normal map. But in the end, this didn't really matter as much, as the normal map came out pretty well. And all the normal map and the sculpting came out well because I broke down artists' work, like I've done here with Primal Carnage's work, and by comparing them to modern day animals. Now to look at the texture and the normal map, I'm going to go into UDK, as you can see here, and here is the T-Rex. As you can see, the normals have come through very nicely, and also the texture turned out pretty well, which I designed to be more of a desert camouflage, as this website here suggests it was a nomad creature, which meant he spent quite a lot of time in the deserts of North America. So I created a texture to suit it, but also with colourful striations on the head and along the body, in order not to make it as boring, but to also to show its dominance to other T-Rexes. Also, when presenting it in the engine, I've included a directional light for the sun and low brightness lights underneath, as you can see, to show the reflection of the sun against the sand onto the dinosaur. And then, to make this dinosaur working engine a lot better, I have created amnisets and physics assets like this, and by using an amni tree I've brought in my animations from the cat rig, as you can see, blends quite nicely. And then by using UScript features, it enabled me to create an NPC, as you can see here, which will blend between idle and walk state to attack me, the player. And also, if I change the camera, I could also play as the dinosaur. Now, with the industry critique, I sent my work off to Paul Neal, who is a well-known animator, which then replied for improvements for the cat rig, which he recommends using twist bones, stretchy bones, skin dynamics. But he also recommended to increase the weight of the animation of the actual T-Rex to make it look a bit more realistic. Thanks for watching. Bye.